Hey y'all, welcome back to Horse Range Mountain Farm. So as you can see, I'm in my little greenhouse today and I'm getting some seeds started and my dahlia seeds, or well, my dahlia tubers started because y'all, spring is right around the corner. I know a lot of people are so excited. I am. So anyway, so I wanted to show you how to do these little dahlia tubers. And I thought it was so neat that I could go ahead and start them in this greenhouse so then I can get blooms a lot quicker than waiting until after our first frost to plant them outside. Also store them for winter once you dig them up, and I'm in zone 7B. You can dig these little tubers up, which you won't have the sprout on them then. But anyways, you dig these little tubers up, store your tubers in a frost-free place, as in such as a garage or a greenhouse or anything where the frost isn't going to fall on top of them. So I did mulch some this past fall because I wanted to experiment and see if some came back. So we will see come springtime once they start to emerge from the ground. If they emerge, then we know that they made it through because I heavily mulched them. But if not, then I know not to ever try that again. Because dahlias aren't that cheap, y'all. But they are one of my favorite flowers. So I'm going to show you how to plant this. Let me see if I can get the phone. So you always want to make sure that the eye is kind of like planting a potato. You want to make sure that the eye is up. So we're just going to plant that like that. And you want to put them in a pot big enough so that the sprout has room to grow. So what I'm doing is putting them in like that, and then I'm just going to cover it up. And try and be very careful that I don't break that little sprout. And then we will just keep it watered, and I'll show y'all another video once they start to sprout even more. Now, I've got to make sure that the greenhouse stays between 65 and 75 degrees during the day because we don't want it going below 60 degrees at night. So I've got to make sure I've got like a little, I call them radiator heaters. I don't know what the real name for them is, but they're shaped kind of like a radiator to me, like an old-fashioned one. And so that's why I call them a radiator heater. But they seem to be the safest for the greenhouse, and they don't use like a lot of electricity. That will keep it from falling below 60 degrees at night. And then, of course, I'll have to keep a check on it during the day and on the weather to make sure it's not going to be real hot. And if it is, I can open my windows to keep it from getting above 75 degrees in here. So that's just a little tip if you're going to try to grow them in your greenhouse. It'll be my first time growing them in the greenhouse, so we'll see how it turns out. But I'm really excited to try it like this because last year I just planted it straight in the ground, and then of course, you know, it took a little longer for me to get the blooms. So this will be exciting because the blooms will be quicker. So once our danger of frost is gone, then I'll start to acclimate these dahlias, and then I'll plant them. So y'all don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. I am a little late. Before I go, I've got to say, I am a little late on getting my cabbage and my broccoli planted, but I did plant those today too. As you can see, I've got several trays. I also did some collards and turnips, and then I've got a few more flowers, and then of course my cabbage and my broccoli.